Under the orders of Inquisitor Toth, the citizens of Tartarus have begun a mass exodus of the planet. Such an action can lead to disaster in the best of situations. But the reports reaching my ears are ones of planet-wide hysteria as the population makes its pilgrimage to the two main spaceports. Convoys of transports and civilians on foot are being plagued by attacks from Orc forces. Stretched thin, the Imperial Guard is barely keeping order in the major population centers, sacrificing their lives long enough to hold back the green tide of the Orcs. They are truly warriors of the Emperor. I wish for nothing more than to be able to join them in this noble cause. But I cannot deny my duty any more than they can deny theirs. We have found proof that the forces of chaos are operating on the planet of Tartarus. Isidore has found evidence on the blasphemous altar that indicates they may be headed towards Mount Korath, an old mountain located dangerously close to an area of heavy Orc activity. I have requested a regiment of Imperial Guard from Colonel Brom to help cover our approach. I regret asking when the Colonel's forces are already stretched to the breaking point, but there are greater things at stake now.
Exalted Farseer, the humans are moving, traversing the slope as you predicted. They are walking into our trap.
Yes, but you can never ambush a space marine. Remember that. They expect treachery at every turn. You can only validate their suspicions.
Your orders?
We have locked the humans into this path as they have locked us into ours. They know they enter a gauntlet, and they will likely drag us into it as well. Now we play our parts, and pray that we are the better actors.
Are you certain?
Yes, the path to Mount Korath. This is where the altar said we must go. Why? Do you question my findings?
I do not question your abilities, Brother Librarian, but I do question their tactical sense. That mountain pass is the perfect location for an ambush.
Listen to the distrust in his voice. He probably calls you mutant behind your back, but he fears your divinity, your power. You must put the child at ease.
I do not deny that this is likely a trap, which is all the more proof that our enemy lies in this direction.
Very true, old friend. Stay alert and follow my lead. I want no mistakes.
Agreed.
Scouts, are you in position?
Yes, my lord. We have discovered the location of the first Eldar forces.
We must find a way to overcome this Eldar strike force before we can scout out a good location to stage our field operations.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. With me, brothers.
What would you have me do? Together to victory!
At last, back to war.
We shall know no fear.
The enemy
My aim shall not falter.
Direct us to all.
At last, back to war. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Yes, my lord. Squad morale is ready. It is time.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve.
Scouts
again.
here. We will move ahead.
This structure is a webway portal.
Is eternal.
The Eldar use them to quickly travel from one
Scouts ready.
location to another. We must
Gathering
destroy any
intelligence.
webway portals we find to limit the
Space
Eldar's
Marines,
mobility.
advance!
The enemy is attacking!
Scouts awaiting orders. Getting into position.
This is a good location to establish a
Commencing
field base.
infiltration.
Gabriel to the Litany of Fury. Lock on my location and prepare to drop
We are the
HQ.
Emperor's chosen.
Now.
What is your order? Orders received, brother. Orders received,
Even in
brother.
death I still serve.
Follow my lead.
Here to serve.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
Here to
nearby.
serve. I will do as you ask, with all due haste.
Position secure. Scouts in position. Search commencing.
Position secure.
Commencing infiltration. On patrol.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Yes, Lord. With all due haste.
Scouts here. We will move ahead and mark
I
any
am the
enemy
instrument
positions.
of his will.
Taking haste.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Space Marines, advance!
Squad
This
broken.
day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Yes, most beneficent one. I
One
shall
second.
obey.
Scouts charge.
Walk around this door.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Direct us to
Now that we have established our field base, we must continue
Yes, my
through the
lord.
mountain pass on foot.
Weapons at
Expect
ready.
heavy
It is
resistance.
time.
Make sure you move cautiously
Understood.
and keep the field base protected at all times.
Understood.
Faith is eternal. By his word. I will purge
Knowledge
the
is power.
unclean.
Hide it well.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can
Here
be
to
no
serve.
peace.
I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
Today the enemy shall know fear. I serve
enemy is
mankind.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
My lord, I have arrived at
Take
your
me
request.
into
We
battle.
need you to cover the Eastern Pass. The combat that is occurring here
It's the
will
first
likely
step
attract
on
the
the road
Orc
to
forces
disappointment.
nearby. We cannot afford their interference.
I understand. You can count on the Imperial Guard to hold this pass.
is eternal.
No orcs will get by us.
Keep me appraised of the
Faith is
situation.
eternal.
If possible, I will
will
provide you
purge the
assistance
unclean.
if the Orcs attack.
Position
my lord.
secure.
Even in death I still serve.
Scouts here.
Taking heavy fire.
Our aim is true. We will take them down from here. Search commencing.
I
Regroup!
await your instructions. I shall obey.
Yes, my lord. Gathering intelligence.
Even in death I still serve.
Scouts ready. Commencing infiltration.
Yes, my lord.
Scouts ready.
At your
Squad
command.
morale restored!
Understood. We will crush the enemies of
I
the
am ready
Imperio.
to serve. Again.
For the glory of the
Here to
Emperor.
serve. I await your instructions. I will do as you ask.
Even in death I still serve.
Faith and duty.
Yes, Lord?
Yes, my lord. At your command.
Here to serve. I shall obey.
At last, back to war.
I await your instructions. With all due haste. Yes,
Marine squad
most
deployed.
beneficent one. I will do as you ask.
I am the instrument of his will.
What is your order?
Scouts ready. Scouts advance.
Taking heavy
On
fire.
patrol.
I am the instrument
Yes,
of
my
his
lord.
will.
Commencing infiltration. Getting into position. Getting into position.
Command me.
Here to serve.
Scouts awaiting orders. Search commencing. Scouts advance. Yes, my lord. Commencing infiltration. Search commencing. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions. Getting into position. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Command me.
My aim shall not falter.
Faith is eternal.
I await your instructions. Builder Team 721 initiated.
Faith is eternal.
Taking heavy fire.
Faith is eternal.
Great skill.
Command me.
The battle to the end.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
For the Emperor. Charge.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Even in death I still serve. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
I serve
am ready to
mankind.
serve. Again.
My aim shall not falter.
Here to serve. I shall obey. With all due haste.
Command me.
Follow me into battle. My aim shall not falter.
Under fire. Direct us to the Emperor. To the sky of the Emperor's chosen.
Even in death I still serve.
Heresy grows for the Titans.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
We are united in his service. I shall not fail. We are united in his service. Space Marines, advance!
I am ready to serve again.
I await your instructions. I await your instructions, as you wish.
I am ready to serve again. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve again. I am the instrument of his will.
Yes, most beneficent one?
Faith is eternal.
Yes, most beneficent one? Yes, Lord.
Faith is eternal.
Marine squad deployed.
Even in death I still serve. Command me.
For the glory of the Emperor.
Scouts here. Scouts advance. Gathering intelligence. Getting into position.
Command me.
By my command. Attack!
I am ready to serve again. Command me. At last, back to war. I am ready to serve again.
Under fire!
I am the instrument of his will.
Faith is our shield.
Even in death I still serve.
Direct us to the enemy.
Faith is eternal.
I await your instructions.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Hope is the first step
I
on the
am
road to
ready to
this.
serve.
The enemy is attacking. Engaging the enemy.
Even in death I still serve. At last, back to war.
Scouts here. Commencing infiltration. Scouts advance. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions. We will move
I
ahead
am the
and
instrument
mark
of
any
his
enemy
will.
positions.
My aim shall not falter.
At last, back to war.
By my command, attack!
Faith is eternal. At last, back to war.
My aim shall not falter.
I am the instrument of his will.
I await your instructions. With all due haste to serve. Initializing build protocol.
Command me.
By my command, attack!
Scouts awaiting orders. Scouts advance. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Command me.
Space Marines,
Taking heavy
advance!
fire.
Take the
We
battle.
are the Emperor's chosen. Orders received.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. Faith is eternal. At last, back to war. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me. I am the instrument of his will. Faith is eternal.
Under fire.
Follow me into
I
battle.
am the instrument of his will. Even in death I still serve.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Under fire. Apothecary ready. Apothecary ready.
Command me.
By my command, attack!
The battlefield awaits. Who requires my aid?
I am the instrument of his will.
Taking damage. The battlefield awaits.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Even in death I still serve. At last, back to war. At last, back to war.
Who requires my aid?
I am ready to serve. Again.
Yes, Lord? With all due haste.
Apothecary ready. How can I serve? Who requires my aid?
I have awoken. I am ready to serve. Again.
I await your instructions. As you wish.
Even in death I still serve. Have awoken. I am ready to serve. Again. Even in death I still serve.
The battlefield awaits.
By my command, attack! My aim shall not falter.
Marine squad deployed.
By my command, attack!
We stand ready.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
My aim shall not falter. For the glory of the Emperor.
Predator deployed.
Follow me into battle.
Taking heavy fire.
Your command.
Fate is eternal.
Follow me into battle. Follow me into battle.
Command me.
My aim shall not falter. My aim shall not
Emperor,
falter.
you're here. I think Command forgot about us.
How long have you been here?
About a week.
You held this position for a week? By yourselves?
Yes, my lord. We've seen some pretty freaky stuff, too. Come on. We'll show you.
For the honor of the chapter. Follow me into battle. My aim shall not falter.
Apothecary ready. Apothecary here. Under fire. Who requires
Command
my
me.
aid? Fear denies faith.
Command me. Even in death I still serve. By his word. Moving out. I will crush those who stand before me. I will crush those who stand before me. To me, my brothers. I will be there soon. Take me into battle. By his word, command me. I will purge the unclean. I will purge the unclean. I will be there soon. I am ready to serve. Again.
The enemy is
I
attacking!
am the instrument of his will.
Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Command me.
The enemy is attacking!
Ready to take here.
Even in death I still serve. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will be there soon.
Apothecary here. The area is secure.
Here to serve.
Even in death I still serve.
My aim shall not falter.
Under fire!
Command me.
Predator deployed. Predator at your command. Predator at your command.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve. Again.
Predator at your command. Death
Even
has
in
arrived.
death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will.
Predator at your command. We will destroy the enemy.
Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve. Again.
My aim shall not falter.
Command me.
Under fire!
Even in death I still serve. At last, back to war. I have
My aim
awoken.
shall not falter.
Command me.
Taking
Follow
damage!
me into battle. Follow me into battle.
Command me.
Predator at your command.
The enemy is attacking!
Even in death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will. Faith is eternal. Command me.
Prepare to meet
I am the instrument of his will.
Predator tank here.
Faith is eternal. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Take me into battle. I will purge the unclean. Faith is eternal. At last, back to war. Faith is eternal.
Predator tank here.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Faith is eternal.
Scouts in position.
Taking damage.
Commencing infiltration. Gathering intelligence. On patrol. The enemy
I
is in our
am ready to
sights.
serve again.
Predator deployed. Predator at your command. This has arrived.
My aim shall not falter. Follow me into battle. By my command,
Predator at your command.
attack!
Even in death I still serve.
Whirlwind artillery tank at your command.
Faith is eternal.
Predator tank here.
Even in death I still
Predator at your
serve.
command. Whirlwind artillery tank here. We
It is
bring his
better to
will.
die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
The enemy is
I
attacking.
am the instrument of his
At your
will.
command.
I am the instrument of
Predator
his
tank
will.
here.
I am the instrument of
Predator
his
tank
will.
here.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for
Predator
yourself.
at your command.
Even in death I still
Predator at your
serve.
command.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Predator tank here.
Under fire.
Death has arrived. Moving out.
Death from above. We stand ready. Capture.
Even in death I still
Predator tank
serve.
here.
Even in death I still
Predator at
serve.
your command.
I am the instrument of
Predator
his
at
will.
your command.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Awaiting orders.
At last,
By my command, attack! Space Marines,
Predator at your
advance!
command.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Death from above. Ever vigilant. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Even in death, I still serve.
My knowledge is at your disposal. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Death from above. Taking damage. Yes, my lord. An enemy is attacking. Yes, my lord. For the Emperor. Ever vigilant. Direct us to the enemy.
I am ready to serve. Again.
What is your order? Charge!
Predator deployed.
Objective achieved. The enemy is attacking. Cleanse, purge,
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me.
Predator at your command. Predator at your command.
At your command. Ever vigilant.
At last,
Ever vigilant. Moving out. Taking damage. Ever vigilant.
I am ready to serve. Again. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. At last, back to war. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Predator at your command.
Even in death, I still serve.
Predator at your command.
I am ready to serve. Again. I am ready to serve. Again.
Yes, Lord?
Even in death, I still serve.
Yes, my lord. Onward to glory! Orders received, brother.
Faith is eternal.
Predator tank here. Predator at your command.
At your command.
Predator tank here.
At last, back to war.
Predator tank here. Predator tank here.
Even in death, I still
Predator at your
serve.
command.
Command me. I am the instrument of his
Predator at your
will.
command.
Under fire.
Predator
Charge.
tank here.
Fear denies faith. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
At last, back to war.
Predator at your command.
Faith with us.
Even in death I still serve. At last, back to war.
Predator at your command.
Faith with us.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Faith with us.
I am the instrument of his will. It is better to die for the Emperor
We are
than
the
live for
Emperor's
yourself.
chosen. For the glory of the Imperium.
Command me.
Predator at your
At
command.
your command.
Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve
Predator at your
again.
command. Whirlwind artillery tank here. As you command.
Command me.
Predator at your command.
I am ready to serve again.
Predator at your command.
I am the instrument of his will.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Taking damage.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
None shall stop us.
Even in death I still serve. I am ready to serve again.
Predator at your command.
Taking damage.
Death has
Fear
arrived.
denies
Predator
faith.
tank here.
Even in death I still
Predator tank
serve.
here. Predator at your command. His will be done.
At last, back to
Predator
war.
at your command.
Under fire.
He who stands with me shall be
Predator
my
tank here.
brother.
We bring his will.
Even in death I still serve.
We stand ready.
Predator at your command.
Direct us to
At last, back to war. Command me. Fate is eternal.
Predator at your command.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
I am the instrument of his will. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
We stand ready.
Even in death I still serve. Even in death I still
At
serve.
your command.
Even in death I still serve. I am the instrument of
Predator
his
at
will.
your command.
I am ready to serve
Predator at your
again.
command.
Fear denies faith. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
better to die for the Emperor than live for
Ready to
yourself.
take here.
At your command.
Ready to take here. We bring
Fears announced. The enemy is attacking. We stand ready.
Ready to take here. We bring
We stand
will.
Back to war.
The red regrouping.
Ready to take here. Moving out. Ready to take your command.
We are
Ready to take your command.
Follow me into battle.
Ready to take your command.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
We are still unearthing more Eldar explosives and demolition charges, but we dare not move them. We replace their triggering mechanisms, however. That is all I care to do with such xenotech.
Was this a trap?
No. By the placement of the charges, it is likely they plan to collapse this area, burying the marker and anyone near it.
They failed. Isidore, study the marker and see where it leads us next.
Captain, Inquisitor Toth has arrived.
Of course he has.
Yes, Captain, it is an impressive sight. But I never claimed Chaos had never set foot on this planet before. I said that if something were here, the impending warp storm would eliminate that threat. Best we not remain to share its fate.
And as I explained, Inquisitor, the Blood Ravens will remain until the last possible moment. Until that happens, in 2 or 3 days hence, I plan on pursuing this riddle.
Captain, I do not presume to question your decisions concerning the Blood Ravens. But when it comes to employing the Colonel's Imperial Guard in your quest...
My quest? Yet again you accuse me of pursuing my personal interests. It is my duty and yours to expunge any scent of heresy or chaos.
You overstep yourself.
As do you, Inquisitor. It is not the Colonel's Imperial Guard. Their lives belong to the Emperor. It is by his mandate and will that I use the Imperial Guard against the forces of disorder and elevate them in the glory of holy battle.
I see now that coming here was a mistake. If you are set on a path that will lead you to destruction, I can do nothing to stop you. But I won't allow you to drag us down with you. By inquisitorial edict, I am taking control of the planet Tartarus. All requests for planetary resources, including its military, will go through me. Captain, from this point on, you and your men are on your own.